Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm pretty new here. I've made some videos in the past, but hadn't really had much time lately, but I do get a lot of questions about hair extensions. So just wanted to do a quick video just about my daily routine. So I started off about a year ago with tape-in hair extensions, and it took some getting used to, for sure. I think the biggest thing is really having somebody who knows how to apply those. I had someone who was really good at color matching. So she did a great job actually on the hair extensions, but it seemed like as time went on, maybe she got a little complacent in it, and I think some of that was that she was moving away from tape-in hair extensions and was really trying to persuade her clients to move to the hand-tied extensions. So I guess it was about 2 months ago, I had her order the hand-tied hair extensions for me, which is what I have right now. And I will tell you, it is a whole different world. Number one, it's a whole different level of money. It is extremely expensive. But aside from the money, well, I will tell you, it's here, on average, it costs about $400 every 6 weeks just to move them up. So I have the little beaded, these little beads that sort of go along, and then it is sort of sewn, or they call it hand tied in, and woven in with those little beads. I don't know how many I have, maybe 20 beads or something like that. The problem with those beads is if you have someone do hand tied extensions who is not necessarily trained on how to do them, it can be disastrous. And that's what happened to me. The beads, if you can picture like a tiny little bead, almost like a BB, like for a BB gun, was placed way too close to my scalp. So immediately, just from the time I left the salon to the time I got home, I had just an excruciating headache. And then as I'm like feeling around, I can tell that the actual bead is like indented into my scalp. So it felt in certain areas. So it felt like, it literally felt like I had been shot in the head repeatedly with a BB gun, and the bullet was still there. So much so that I texted her and was like, is this normal? You know, I wasn't prepared for this. And she said, oh, just take some Tylenol, give it a few days. The actual hair looked fine, but it was extremely painful. And I should mention, I actually have a pretty high tolerance for pain. So I know if I was feeling this, that there was probably something wrong. So fast forward to about day 3. I actually had my husband take wire pliers to my head to loosen. I had 1 or 2 that were way worse than the others. And he was able to try to loosen it enough where I could it was at least manageable, until I found somebody else who was an expert at hand-tied extensions and could fix this. So I saw that person, and let me just tell you, that first initial appointment, between ordering the hair, having the appointment done, the color matching, doing the roots, all that, it cost around $1,500. And so here I was 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks later, in another salon to really have this corrected. And because I was just convinced, like, there was absolutely no way that that I was gonna let her touch my head again. In fact, like I won't even go back there at all, not even for hair color, because I really felt like, you know, she needs some extra help with extensions. So I saw a different person in Atlanta. I live just outside of Atlanta, so I work in downtown Atlanta and was able to get an appointment with this person who did a much better job, but I will tell you, also not cheap. He took them out. Now, mind you, this time I already had the hair, so it's not like I had to pay for the hair. So for him to take them out, fix them, color them, and then also cut them the way that they should have been cut to begin with so that it actually blended, was about $1,400. And so, you know, we're now up into several thousands of dollars on, you know, these hand-tied extensions that I technically, if I'm being honest, I really prefer the tape-in extensions. I just think that they don't necessarily, I just think that they're more comfortable. And also, maintenance-wise, you do have to be a little bit more careful with those and blow drying and that sort of thing than you do these hand-tied. But the best way I can explain the hand-tied extensions is it feels like you're wearing a backwards headband 3 times across the back of your head. And that really takes some getting used to, for sure. Oh, sorry, dropped my hairbrush. That really takes some getting used to, and something that, you know, I was not prepared for. The other thing, if you've never worn hair extensions before, I will tell you, sometimes the itching is the worst part. You will want to claw your scalp off. In fact, when they take them out to redo them or whatever, and they wash my hair, I just want to like scratch so bad, because you definitely have a lot of itching that goes on with hair extensions. I will tell you too, I try not to scratch very much, but it, you know, certainly is one of those things that, you know, sometimes you'll tap it, you know, there's other things that you can do. I did buy somebody had told me to try some tea tree oil. I think that would work okay, and I did buy some. Actually, I think I have it right here. I bought this one, I bought it off of Amazon. Not sure you can see it. I think it would work okay for hand-tied extensions because you don't have that slippage necessarily that you have with the tape ends. However, in saying that, I still never tried it. So I bought it, and I have used it on other things. Like I had a little bit of, just because of the time of year, it gets cold here, I get a little bit of like dry spots or whatever, and this stuff is like a miracle for that. But I have not really gotten up the nerve to put it in my hair. So maybe I will, but for now I just hadn't. I will tell you, I like this bigger curling iron. I'm not exactly sure what, I mean, it's just like a Conair. It's nothing, no frills. I've had it forever. I'm not sure what size it is. It's kind of in between large and small. It's sort of a medium size, and it actually gives me a really good wave, and it also really gets hot. It gets really hot, which I think when you're trying to curl hair that's of this length, you really need something that's going to have some, you know, pack some heat to it in order to get a good enough curl to last all day. My real hair, I've always had pretty thick hair. My hair is kind of average right now. It's not super thin, but I did have some surgery I've actually had a couple of surgeries in the last couple of years, and it just felt like with every surgery or medical procedure or whatever, my hair got thinner and thinner. And that's one reason I wanted to do the hair extensions. And then another reason is I just point blank had a couple of really bad experiences with getting my hair cut. And it was cut just entirely too short. And as I've gotten older, I'm about to be 47 this year. Actually, I will be 47 in just a couple of days. I've noticed that my hair just doesn't grow as fast as it once did. Used to, it grew really fast and was really thick, and nowadays it just feels like it's taken forever. But once my hair does get to a length that I am comfortable with, then I will probably abandon the hair extension world, primarily because it's kind of just a pain to keep up. And more importantly, it is just insanely expensive. And there are other things that I think I would prefer to spend my money on. So I'm gonna take you through just my makeup regimen today. I've already put on some moisturizer. Today I used this Dior, I'm not sure you can see this Dior Serum Boost. I have several of them from Dior. I really like them. They're crazy expensive, but I do think that sometimes you just get what you pay for, and I've had a really good experience with it. This one right here is the one that I like the best. This seriously makes your skin feel so soft. And it's called Dream Skin. And love it, love, 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 love it. And we actually have this little makeup outlet near my house. Again, right outside of Atlanta. And they just have all kinds of makeup. Like they have Tom Ford, they have Too Faced, they have MAC. The one that I'm using today is Smashbox. I think they sell it at Sephora. And then I think they may also sell it at Ulta. But I'm using that one because I do still have a little bit of tan left over from this summer. I tan pretty easily, and so I've been trying to kind of use up some of the darker shades that I have, because as we move into winter, of course, I'll then go to the lighter shades. So I'm just gonna put that on. I don't know what it is. I always feel like, and unless my hair's done or my makeup's done, or like one of them is off, like they never look complete until the other one's done. Meaning makeup doesn't look great until the hair's done, and hair doesn't look great until the makeup's done. And that's just the reality. So I'm just gonna kind of blend this in just a little bit in case I missed any spots. Just got this little sponge that, I don't know where I got it. I probably got it like Marshall's or something like that. Or like TJ Maxx. Because they sometimes have a bunch of these. This is my favorite one, and I can't remember where I got it. And it's probably about time that I get rid of it. I just cannot bring myself to do it. So I'm using this concealer. I've heard a bunch of different things about concealer. You know, so people do it a bunch of different ways. I like to use one that's a good bit lighter than my foundation. And I just kind of do it like that. And then I take this and I just kind of blend it in all over, put a little bit on my nose. Actually do a little bit right there. I probably got too much this time, but I do just really, I also like to put full coverage on my eyelid. I just think it makes sure, I really think it makes sure eyeshadow stay a lot better throughout the day. I used to put this on first, and then I would do foundation over it. But then I started seeing videos that talked about a different way to do that. And so I started doing it after I had already put my foundation on. And I actually found out that I like that a lot better. I'm trying to up actually my my makeup game right now. I really need to organize it. It's super unorganized right now, which I hate. I don't have any contour, so I'm just going to be using this bronzing powder, and I don't remember where I got it from, but it's an Essence. It wasn't expensive, and I kind of mix a couple of them, and I do it just right up here, right up here. I'll do it right here, and then I also am going to go right under the cheekbone, just right here. Then I'm going to just blend that out a little, just with a clean brush. And the next thing I'm going to do is I don't use this all the time, but I do use it some of the time. This is just, it's a cream blush. And you should put your blush a little bit higher. I've been doing it lower for a long time. But again, I started seeing these videos and of people who are doing it higher. And I do think it kind of opens you up a little bit. So, but I am going to just blot that in a little bit. Probably need to go down just a little. And I feel like I see people all the time that have this just great eyeshadow. I'm not one of them. I don't know if I'm just not a good, like, if I'm just not good at like blending it or what. But one of the new ones that I like is called the Smart Cookie Palette. It's actually from Shein. I think it was $7. It might not have even been $7, but I love it. It is really, really nice. It has really good coverage, which I love. And I think I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna go for it today. I have on this kind of olive type of color, so I think I'm just going to, and I really need another brush. I think this is, no, that's not the one. I have a couple of different ones. I don't know, but eyeshadow brushes are just one of those things for me that just, I don't know what happens to them. Like I will have, and then I kind of just have one or two that is my go-to. Probably shouldn't be my go-to because it probably shouldn't be the go-to because it not the best one, especially when you get into the blending part. But I do have, well, I don't know where it is. So we're just gonna, we are going to use, okay, so I couldn't find the one I wanted, but I forgot I had this. And I think this green right here, it's actually kind of a gray. I don't know. But I actually think it's really pretty. But I am going to use these two just kind of down here because I actually think this will look really pretty. I love this little kind of gold color. Okay, so far so good. All right, so I'm gonna take, I have this crease. It's kind of just a smaller brush. It's probably, oops, that's the wrong one. It's probably not the right one for this, but it's what I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna take this kind of just darker I'm just gonna go right across like this and here. It's gonna look kind of funky at first. My lighting is not the best. Then I'm gonna take this big brush. This is not the best brush for this, but it's what I could find at the moment, so. Really, like for years, I just didn't understand that eyeshadow, the rules of that game is really blending. All right, so I have this, I'm telling you, one of the best things you can buy. This one is called Milk. It really gives you that light. And I try to put like just a little bit in the corner, and then I'll smudge it with my finger. It really gives you that great coverage right there to sort of separate your eyeshadow from that middle lighter part that you see so many wearing. And then I do try to I just have my eyebrows done, so hopefully this doesn't look too bad. And then I just kind of will smooth that out again using my finger. So got that. I have a little bit of a dark eyeshadow on today because I put that so I'm probably not gonna wear like a heavy lip. I think you have to pick one or the other, but you can't do both. You're gonna do the heavy eye. Probably wouldn't do the heavy lip too. I actually have a couple of lipsticks right now that I really like. This Melt is one of them. It stays on, it literally stays on all day. And I think this one, you know what? I could probably get away with this one. It's sort of an orangey type of color, and I think it might actually look good with this olive. So it's not really a red. I do have a red by them, and I love it. Another thing I like about this lipstick is a lot of lipsticks that stay on all day are like so dry. And I tend to start biting my lips throughout the day. This one's really not like that. So, got that. Okay, I have to stand up because my seat is too low. Oh, I am going to, let's put a little bit of, I think I'm going to do a little bit of that sort of orangey color underneath. It just feels like no matter what color I do underneath, it still looks dark, but let's see how that looks. I think that looks okay. I've got this tiny one again. Maybe put a little bit of this. All right, mascara I've been using at the moment is, so I have two. I have this Sky High, which is okay. Then also, I'm really loving this Too Faced, the Better Than Sex. Love, love, love it. It really stays on well and doesn't smudge underneath. And I forgot, I have this highlighter. I don't use this very often. I don't know what it is about highlighter. Like, it is just not always like my jam. I think sometimes it tends to make me, not in a good way, like make the bags under my eyes stick out or something. I don't know, but we'll give it a try. All right. I will tell you, I am just really not a fan of false eyelashes. Like, I've tried to wear them. I think other people really pulled them off. I am not one of them. I don't like the way they fit. I've tried cutting them. I always get them all crooked. I think I just really honestly don't know how to apply them. And so I just don't really wear them. And as I've gotten older too, and especially since I've been working at home more and I don't wear makeup as much, unless I'm going out somewhere, I've noticed that I've really gotten used to when I didn't wear mascara, like I just felt naked. Now, it's like, I can go days with no mascara or makeup, and I feel completely fine. And I love it. So, I've been trying to really only wear it when I'm going somewhere, because also makeup's expensive, so there's no sense in me putting a bunch of makeup on just to sit around my house, because I don't think my teenage kid or even my husband, and especially my dogs, care whether or not I spend all this time doing hair and makeup. All right. Okay, so I am just brushing out my hair. As you can tell, I left it in just sort of that curled stage. I didn't really do anything to it and let it cool off. Before I just ran my fingers through it. And then I have this brush. I've seen these brushes for a long time. I'm always kind of here, don't use that brush, whatever. Like this brush was so cheap, but I really like it. And it seems to pull less of my hair out than like your traditional brush. So I'm just doing a little bit of touch up, especially underneath. So you can tell, like, here would be my real hair. So it tells you sort of how long some of it is. So usually we'll try to just curl it just in case, like, for some reason you can see it, but I don't know. Turn around, see if you can. I haven't really blended the back, but you can probably see. Sometimes I do a down the middle part. Actually, oftentimes I do. However, right now, I'm actually getting my hair done in a couple of days. And when you part your hair down the middle, you can definitely see the roots a lot worse. So I love this hairspray. It's called Rusk. It's very lightweight. Really like it. Lasts forever. I don't use a lot of hairspray anyway. Just a little bit goes a long way. I don't really like my hair to be crunchy. So if you like this video and you want to see more, then give it a like and a subscribe. And I'm going to be doing more videos. Mainly just about some of my travels. I love to travel. I just got back from New York. I was in Maine. I live in Atlanta, so I'm going to try to do a few more travel videos. And then also, I am going to talk a little bit about my weight loss journey and what that entailed over the course of the last year. I've lost about 80 pounds. So I'll talk about that. I will also talk about online shopping. So some of the pieces that I've gotten from Amazon that I really like, and then also some of the pieces that I've gotten from Shein. I know there's a lot of videos out there with Shein. There's a lot of reviews. Some of them I think are legitimate, and then some of them I don't. So, because I've gotten a few things and I'm like, ooh, yikes. Like this is just, this is like almost like Wish. But for the most part, I've gotten several things from Shein that I really like. Actually, I got these earrings, which I'm loving at the moment. They're super lightweight. That's the bad thing about earrings like this sometimes, is they're very heavy, and I hate heavy earrings. But that is one of the things that I got from there. This dress, I don't know, well, you can't really see it, but it's super long. And it's actually like just a little bit past my knee. So it's very long. It's a sweater dress. It's an olive color, which I really like because I have green eyes, and I think it really makes my eyes come out. I got it I was in Connecticut recently, and I went down to the mall at Milford, which is right outside New Haven, Connecticut. And there was a store, apparently these stores are more like up in the New England type of area. It was called Boscov's. Never heard of it, never been there. It's kind of a mix between like a JCPenney, a Ross, and like a TJ Maxx. But they had such cute dresses in there, and almost all of them were less than $20. So I think this dress, I think I paid like $12 for it. And so I really like it. And I happened to find, I don't know if you can see it, maybe I'll scoot back some. But I happened to find these green booties that go with it, and I already have some olive leggings. So I think it made the fit go together great. And so this is going to be it for today. I got a few errands I got to run later. I have an on-camera meeting that I got to go to, so I'm going to be doing that. But thank you all for watching, and I appreciate it. Definitely like and subscribe. I'm going to be set up an Instagram too. I have a private Instagram right now, but I'm probably going to set up a public Instagram just where I can share some of my tips and tricks with hair, makeup, clothes, that sort of thing. Thanks, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.